सुन रहे हो मेरी बात?
वो वाइट वाले से
सॉरी भाई मुझे टीम शीट चाहिए भाई। टीम शीट
बढ़ा दो
ऑटो पे है ना
अभी के लिए। मैं ऑटो पे रखता हूँ उसको
वाइट बैलेंस
क्योंकि मेरे को अभी सेटअप करना है।
हाँ कोई प्रॉब्लम
कसे आहेत सगळं व्यवस्थित?
मस्त
ताहिर इन्फॉर्मेशन तो दे दो
भाई वो टीम शीट चाहिए भाई। मैक भाई सुन रहे हो मेरी बात? टीम शीट
कौन सा टीम शीट दे दिया ना
सब मुझे चाहिए। मुझे नहीं पता ना कौन कौन है
प्लेयर्स।
हाँ
ओह अंडरस्टूड।
कहाँ पे वो
किधर है बैग अपने पास?
Defense. Uncharted have won both the tosses. Chose defense and starting with 4 men.
तो इतना नहीं डाल रहे ना अपन।
हाँ 4 men. नहीं इधर डिफेंस ये बेसिकली स्कोरिंग के लिए 1 या 0 करके आएगा।
गुड मॉर्निंग पाचोले।
You can start या वो लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है if you want to।
I'm just about to start commentating now. That's why.
Okay.
1 second, I'll ask Mac.
भाई इसमें से एक स्मॉल निकाल दो ना प्लीज। टूट गया मेरे को आज में गेम। वाह
Okay. Cool. All right. Bye. Mac भाई वहाँ पे देखो
चूज टू डिफेंस। हाँ अनचार्टेड विन द टॉस चूज टू डिफेंस।
वो एक ब्लू बैकपैक में ग्रे शर्ट में जोन्स
भाई
उसको वो LNF हाँ उसको LNF का जर्सी दे दो ना।
पहन लो ना।
फिर से किधर है?
क्या ले रहा मैंने
यहाँ पे ये ब्लू बैग है।
ठीक है।
किधर है?
इधर
रॉकेट किधर है?
रॉकेट नहीं है
कौन है?
जोन्स है उसका नाम। वो सीधा आपको ब्लू बैकपैक में ग्रे शर्ट में है वो। $733 ಇದು ಮೈಕ್ ಲೈವ್ ಇರ್ಕಾ?
Mike, let's hit my audio. சார்
இல்லை
வருதுங்களா?
கேமரா ரெண்டுமே கேமரா மாதிரி.
Check one, two, 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, 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 check.
Hello. Hello. Is it live now? Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the first game of Bangalore Showcase here at South United Football Club. We're having a Bangalore derby with Rao sends it to Sammy. She's trying to come down with it, and she does. That makes it 2-2 for the Zomans. That was Aman Pratap Rao to Sammy from the Zomans. It's been an even game so far, a Bangalore derby as I called it. And the first game of Refex Bangalore Showcase. Magpie, do you want to say hello?
Hello everyone. Actually, I mean, last huck was like too good, too floaty to the free space, and yeah, they easily got a score. Now score is 2-2.
सबको हाय बोलो चैट पे एक एक का हाय बोलो
Good.
करण विनी विनी को बोलो वियान को लेके आने
Hello, Vinny. Bring Vian back at the ground. Good morning. Good morning.
ठीक है मैं बताता हूँ मैं अभी आ रहा हूँ
Hello, Manaksha. Hello, Madhulika. Hello, Sagar. Rita. Disc is with Vimal. His Gona pool. Nice flat. Pull to the end zone.
Sorry everyone, we're having a few little um, we're having a few technical glitches right now. Vinny says that Vian and her will be here at the field tomorrow morning, so that's great news. Hello Sagar, hello Sisa, hello Rita, hello Madlika, hello Karan. Trying to say hi to everyone. Hello Parth, hello Manaksha. Right now, Zoman umpires with the disc again in the end zone. Sandy swings it to Aman. I'm going to try picking up all the names, but it's going to take me a little bit time. I think that's Boone with the disc, looking big, and he sends it to Vimal. Can he follow him? But a nice, an easy grab for Vimal, but he lends it right at the end zone. His man is open now. Anna passes it up the field, sent the other way by the Uncharted, but a turnover in the end zone as well. Slightly blady throw, couldn't make it to the receiver. Zoman, Sandy from Zoman calling for a chilio. And Boone taking his time to get to the disc. Guys, if I get any names wrong, please correct me in the chat.
I'm seeing Boone playing after a long time. I think after 4 years. Vimal has tried to save the disc, but he's unable to save the disc. Now Uncharted has the disc.
Short field advantage for Uncharted on the sideline. Harsh walks up to the disc and picks it up.
I hope they have end zone plans, and yes, one shot and a score. Harsh Nishar to Anna.
The youth of Uncharted really coming into the fore here. I think it's the second point that Harsh is involved in. That makes it 3-2 to Uncharted. Sorry guys, we're having a little bit. We're just trying to figure out everything here at SCFC before we fully get into commentary. But if you guys could help us out in the chat with some suggestions on what we could talk about besides the game. For now, Uncharted is leading 3-2 with their youth dominating the game so far. Although it seems like a fairly even game, no team looks especially better than the other. A few small mistakes by Zomen has caused some errors and some scores for Uncharted. But both teams setting up, snaking on one knee, giving directions to his team with SC about to send a pull to the other end. Hands are up. This goes in 3, 2. Zomen need a score here to keep even play. A long throw by Zomen's early. Looks like it was a set play. And Joshua with the layout with a great score. That makes it 3-3 and a quick point for Zomen. Looks like there was a set play from the get-go. As soon as the pull went up, the handler caught it and looked downfield. Sisa says, talk about the weather. It's actually kind of nice out here in Bangalore. A little bit of a chill, slightly humid. Hopefully it doesn't rain later today or today at all. And this weekend. I don't think we're quite ready for that. But besides the weather, I want to start seeing chat suggestions for top 3 dosa places in Bangalore.
You need small size or edge or medium?
Oh, it's field. And this goes back to Sushil. That probably feels a bit of a failed effort for Zomen, but I think it seems to be a quick call on the field. And it'll be interesting to see if they'll go with the same play. Joshua with massive field advantage, but comes in. Oh, sorry, there's a call for drop as opposed to a pick. Zomen looking a safer approach, trying to swing it. Finding no options upfield, Sushil swings it to secondary handler. Oh no, a short advantage, a short field turn by Zomans, putting them in. Oh no. नहीं 2-2 ही है.
3 to Uncharted.
Is it windy? No, it's not windy at all. Sorry about some stream issues, guys. I think this first game is going to be a bit patchy, but hopefully from next game on we'll get it all figured out. And sorry about the white noise as well. No, it's not windy here. It's quite still actually, and perfect throwing conditions for all handlers. Sushil sends it quickly to Jashan. Jashan's looking upfield but with no mark on him. Sandy coming under, but Jashan looking him off. Chiai also looked off by Jashan. Swung to Sushil. Sushil to Sandy. Sandy sends it back to Sushil. And now looks like Manini, Chiai, Arya and Ghana are on the field for Zomen. Chiai gets it upfield, looks towards Arya, sends it to Arya. Arya, and she comes out with it. A fantastic catch by Arya, good composure. Great send by Chiai. And that's a score for Zomen.
And good look by Chiai to Arya. And second attempt by Arya and she got the disc. From my point of view, both the team looking so solid and settled. What do you think, Rishabh bhai?
I think it's interesting to see that they all already have game plans. Looks like they might have discussed some things or they're just using basic offense. but both teams are getting so far smooth cuts. The handlers are able to dump and swing, and I think the only turnovers have been because of small mistakes, which it's the first game of the tournament. Everyone's just woken up, so I think that was a bit expected. Now it's three each to Uncharted and Zomen, with Zoman on defense, about to pull it.
Break call and has a risk. Uncharted in vertical stack. Snakey going for the first cut and there's a disc looking for the deep and hucks it to the Pooja and she read it good but unfortunately she dropped. Zoman umpire has a disc. What do you think, Rishabh bhai, who's gonna score?
Um, right now, as I say that, there's a big send to Boone, but it goes out of bounds. Uncharted with the disc again to get an opportunity to score on the offense point. I think that's slightly, again, another small error by Zoman, a little miscommunication, trying to get to know each other. But I think Uncharted, I think they've been getting a couple of good looks. I think if there's not like small drop, it would have been a score for them.
Actually, they have to maintain. I feel they have to maintain. Their strategies uh, if they have the swing and play from other side, then most probably gonna use good and Uncharted is doing the swinging and they're taking the options and looking for the deep score. Anna to Shubham Kadu.
Like remind them.
Score.
4-3 to Uncharted.
The score is 4-3 to Uncharted. I'm here noticing a couple of things, Rishabh bhai. Like Zomen and both the team, they're giving up the disc, but like how how they running vertical stack and horizontal stacks. So I'm here finding Zoman Empire in a very tough situation. They are unable to move quickly. That's why they are frustrating and taking overhead shots and long hooks.
Yeah, I think they're trying to make the field longer. Looks like both teams are playing with about three handlers. Um, they're both playing with about three handlers and more of a horizontal stack with cuts in and out as you'd expect. And I think Zoman is playing a little bit more of a word stack. But I think it's still early, bhai. I don't think we can really tell what team is better. So now I think it just comes down to execution, and Uncharted is doing that just a bit better.
Yeah. Don't forget this is our first match, so they will take at least few points or to get used to. Now Zoman has a disc, moving forward. Aniket looking to Chia. Chia looking for deep and no, he has just given to Justin in cuts and Justin looking for Arya deep shots and Arya has scored.
No, no,
No,
no. Just
she's
off
on
the
the
line.
line. Nice dump to Vimal. Vimal looking to
Sammy.
Sammy. Nice score.
4-4.
See, like you have seen this point, they have just given undercut, and one long cut to Arya, and they have scored.
Lot more patience by Zoman in this point. Um, I think Arya has so far had at least 3 receptions with good yardage. She's proving her worth right now for Zoman. And a good steady score by Sammy and makes it 4-4.
Yeah, 4. Uncharted 4, Zoman 4. I like the Zoman pull play. Last time when Jason caught the disc in the end zone, but unfortunately they have called they have some call on the field and the disc goes back. But yeah, that was a good play.
Yeah, I think that was a great play as well. It looked like they decided on it before the pull came up that Sushil is going to look for Jashan. Maybe I think Zoman might think they're a bit quicker than Uncharted, so they want to take that advantage. But so far so good, all tied up in this Bangalore derby, the first game of Bangalore Showcase.
We have second match, Rajalis versus Icebreaker versus Vikings. Sorry.
I think the combined or the average age of Uncharted's backline as Kenny sends it to Snakey, and Rao just misses and Snakey comes up with an easy reception in the end zone. A quick score by Uncharted again makes it 5-4. The game is going end to end right now, and I wonder when will the defense catch up? When will each team's defense catch up?
Very smooth play by both the teams, and they're trying to score every offense point and try to get the D on their D line. Timeout call. So timeout for 2 minutes. Timeout for 2 minutes. They have called timeout. Yeah, for 2 minutes. Yeah. Keep it live and just write down timeout. That's it.
Okay, I've gotten a directive that I need to sound a little more lively. I'm sorry, guys. I'm still getting a hang of all the names of all the players and still recovering from the lack of sleep of last night. But here we are on the Bangalore Showcase. It's a beautiful day. You can hear the birds and still air, slightly humid. But it's been a fantastic game so far between Uncharted and Zomen Empire. Magbhai and I have talked about it a decent amount. I just want to say the backline of Uncharted, I think the average age is about 16 and a half, which is quite crazy to see. They're handling the offense really well. I would personally, I think I would like to see more involvement by each team's D-line. It seems to be a little lackluster right now. All the turns have been because of either throwaways or small drop catches. We haven't really seen many Ds so far. So it'd be really interesting to see how these teams think about their defensive strategy and how to stop the other. But for now, Uncharted is leading 5-4 with a timeout taken by Zoman umpire, I believe. Just trying to get their bearings together.
What do you think, Rishabh? What's after timeout? What's they're going to do?
I think Zoman has to continue to be patient. They have had some successful receivers in Chiai and Arya so far. I think so far from what I can see, Chiai, Arya, Jashan, Sushil have been dominating play for them and have been pretty decent, but execution's a bit lacking. Um, and yeah, people in the chat, give me some suggestions. Yes, Manalika says some coffee and vadas are needed to boost the energy. I need a good cup of coffee right now, but commentating is catching my attention. So please keep me engaged. until we have the break for the second game. I don't know if the live stream will be catching it, but hopefully we'll be able to connect to the speaker and play some mass songs to get everyone going. Send me some suggestions for songs that we should play on the field. And if you want to hear them played, come to the field. Tahir is slowly coming, walking towards the broadcasting booth as Magbhai cleats up for his game, even though there's at least 2 hours for it. One and a half hours. One and a half
I'm
hours.
sorry. I thought half an hour left.
Sushil catches the pull, sends it to Chiai. Zoman's consistent options being used so far. Chiai guarded by a long hug sent to Jashan again. Will he be able to come down with it? And he does. Looks like this is a consistent strategy so far by Zomen. A lot of hugs, this time by Vimal to Jashan. Jashan seems to be the deep option. Jaga says that, I hope I'm getting your name right. He says that Zoman has a lot of good throws and I think it's really coming to the fore. We haven't even seen one of their owners, Aniket, pull out his long hug so far. So it'll be interesting to see if he gets any more game time. But this one was Vimal to Jashan, making it 5-5 and keeping the derby tight so far.
So actually, I like the Zoman Empire's pull play because every team, need to strategize in, some kind of plays in pull plays. So, so we have Tahir. He's going to comment something. I hope not bad.
So Magpie, what do you think? Like, what kind of pool play does Zoman Empire have after watching their game? Hi everyone, tune in. Thanks for tuning in to our YouTube channel live. We hope you enjoy the match and stay tuned. We have a lot of upcoming good matches. Next match starts at 9:30 and then we have another match starting at 11:30. But yeah, Magpie, coming to the match, what do you think? What kind of pool play does Zoman Empire have right now?
Good question. But
No.
don't want to reveal the strategy.
But yeah, we'll study that later on through our YouTube live channel. We'll study the Zoman Empire's proper pool and play. A nice pull by Zoman Empire, and that's a unforced error and that's a quick score. They're capitalizing. Zoman Empire is capitalizing on all the mistakes made by the Uncharted.
Yeah, there was a quick short field turn after the pull by just a quick miscommunication between the Uncharted by the Uncharted handlers. I'm sorry, and Zoman with a quick after the timeout with 2 quick scores to go one up on Uncharted. It's interesting. Uncharted looked the most settled team so far, and one timeout has seemingly changed that. Although it's only been about 3 minutes of game time. Vimal's look to Jashan, and then this quick score after the turn has given the Zoman Empire their advantage back. They started on offense, so it's they have made up the break that they lost. But thankfully, it's not sunny out here still. It's now about 8:10 a.m. I think the sun will start coming out for the second game, and then the players' fitness and wherewithal will truly be tested.
Even Rishabh, even in the IPL, if any team took the timeouts and then after that they're going to lose their wicket or same thing again here you can see that.
Yeah, I think maybe Uncharted got a little comfortable, and I think that was the first point those Uncharted handlers had together. Otherwise, we've seen Anna and Harsh, but now we see Anna and Deepak back in the backfield. This time they get the first pass right. Kenny look to Kenny. Kenny looks for the swing, but he's guarded by a cup. Looks like finally there's some different defensive strategy being used by Zoman, but there's a call on the field by Vimal.
And
Um,
also, I can feel the wind. What do
the
you thought?
the wind is slowly picking up, and with Harsh on the sideline trying to break the cup, looks like Vimal is on the mark. Aman almost gets it from Deepak. Deepak quickly looks up to Pooja down the sideline, up the field. Um, it's interesting to see if Uncharted. Oh, a nice break of the cup to Kenny. Kenny quickly swings it to Harsh. A quick 1-2. Kenny looks to the end zone. Oh, and a drop in the end zone by Harita, but great movement by Uncharted to get there. A small error that can be easily rectified. Boone looks to Sushil to cross the end zone.
Yeah, good look. Good look by Kenny. He's moving off the disc and giving. Sorry, going give and go and taking the shots in between.
Vimal with the disc looks to Sushil. Right now Tarini holding. A quick turn with the throwaway. Boone tried to recover with the layout, but he didn't quite get it. Deepak looks to Sabil. He comes down with it, and is that a score? Called just outside. Deepak with the disc again, and now Harsh just outside again and gives it up to Kenny, and that's another score.
Good one. I think Boone, had very good experience and he tried to get the D, but unfortunately he's unable to do that. But yeah, good try by him. And Zoman, now the score is 6-6. Hi Ashu.
कैसा हीरो करंट की लेनी है
Rishabh bhai, both the teams, looking better by better, point by point. So, I'm very excited to, play the next game and
Yeah, I think each team's first game is going to be slow, a bit slow, and especially the first few points. I'm glad Zoman finally decided to throw a zone, even though it's not too windy and it maybe doesn't make too much sense. I think just changing up the defensive strategy makes Uncharted think a little bit. But Uncharted did well through their handlers, Deepak, to be calm and move the disc up and get an easy score.
guys, don't forget IPL is also starting on from the Saturday. Rishabh bhai.
Saturday, not today.
Saturday,
Okay,
yeah.
so I don't have to pick my IPL fantasy team today. I'm glad.
So Rishabh bhai, who is you supporting in IPL?
Okay. I don't even know why that's a question. I'm from Hyderabad, so Sunrisers Hyderabad.
Because
Today I did.
you also stay in Mumbai, so I thought you are a Mumbai fan first.
No. I stay in Mumbai. My loyalty in frisbee is in Mumbai, but in cricket and everything else in the world, it's always Hyderabad, and therefore RCB are big rivals. So any RCB fans in the chat, I respectfully hope you have a terrible season this year.
So Rishabh bhai, as off season, we're going to ban you in Hyderabad, and then you have to then you have no option to come to Mumbai.
Aniket looks to Vimal down the sideline. Aniket looks like he's back on the field. Chiai as well. Immediately relevant Chiai. Jashan looks down the field to Sammy, but a good mark. Just overhead and a little bit behind her, and with a drop in the end zone. Um, Slowly, SC walks up to. No, looks like Shubham is walking up to the disc slowly, with SC in the backfield with him.
So Bhavya Desai, icebreaker owner, walking here. You want to say something?
Best of luck to all the teams. Looks really nice. The arrangements are superb. Thanks a lot off season.
Thanks Bhavya. Thanks Iceman, not Bhavya. Mr. Iceman.
I want all. Why aren't our Mumbai people watching the games? Why aren't they commenting on our YouTube link? I see DB Bhai texting me. I see. I see Tuhin Bhai texting me. Tuhin's not on the field somehow. Is he coming here this weekend?
No idea, bro. I have to ask him.
Tuhin bhai, let us know if you're coming this weekend. Your team is playing right now.
Let me ask him.
Sisa says, Rishabh, you don't have to wish for that. RCB will take care of that by themselves. This is the kind of suffering that we as just fans of Indian cricket are accustomed to. And I feel the same way about SRH. We're going to have an awful season, but hey, I'm not going to say suffer together because I don't want to associate myself with the RCB, but here we are. As as SC is in the red zone just outside the Zomen end zone. He looks to Kadu. They're playing a little bit of 1-2. Kadu looking downfield but not getting too many options. Will he look for the hammer across? He looks away, swings it back to the middle to SC, who hits Snakey right through the middle, swings it back to Kadu. Kadu Vaishnavi. Oh no. A quick turn, maybe a little patience would have sent a long way to Uncharted, but now Sandy has the disc, looking downfield. Jashin comes under and he drops it as well. So Kaduk with a quick send to Snakey, Aniket guarding him, and Snakey comes up with it with a deserved Uncharted score. 7-6 with one score for Uncharted to take it to half.
So don't forget, guys, Snakey running deep only.
He has, I think that's his second score. Shubham says hi. Shubham Sonawani from Pune. From unka team.
Tuhin coming.
No, Tuhin Bhai is coming tonight and he's watching on the TV. That's why he's not commenting. But you can comment through your phone, Tuhin Bhai. That's what I'm doing while watching this game. So guys, the score is updating. It's 7-6 now to Uncharted.
So guys, I am also commentating first time, so don't tease me awful, guys.
Guys, rate Max commentating on the chat. I'm gonna go live chat on this. It is half now, with Uncharted taking half to make it 7-6. They're up a break by starting on defense in this game. So I don't think we're going to get to do much in Bangalore, but suggestions on where Mac and I should get lunch today. It's going to be a 5-minute halftime, so keep us entertained in the chat. Just comment away. 61 of you are watching, but no one's commenting. We need more activity, guys.
I want to share, not share. I want to say Sisa. So Sisa, I stays in Mumbai, but I support to CSK. So watch out for, because we're gonna beat RCB very badly.
देखते हैं what is. See, I'm not a fan of CSK, and I hope that they have a terrible post-Dhoni era.
Still, we're gonna beat you guys.
ताहिर भाई, इंस्टा पे डालो ना थोड़ा कुछ. क्या सनस्क्रीन लगा रहे हो बे? थोड़ी भी धूप नहीं निकली है.
Yeah. This is behind the scene. To Tahir. So like we have three cameramans, photographer actually, Shantanu, Shashank.
Caesar says Mac Hart. Rita says we are all busy watching in full screen. Please, I know full screen is a great option, but please get on your phones and comment here so that we can keep it as interactive as possible. Sisa gives us two suggestions, Nagarjuna and Andhra meals. Sisa, I'm from Hyderabad. I don't know if I want to have Andhra meals in Bangalore. Although I know Andhra has a decent representation here with Meghnas and whatnot. Prasanna says get lunch at Watson's. What kind of food is at Watson's, Prasanna, if you tell us? Parth says, I'm a fan of the 11. I pick on Dream 11, Parth. So he doesn't have a team. I don't know. I also play fantasy, but you gotta have loyalty with one team. And now there are 10 to choose from, so choose one. Craig is here.
Hi Craig, how are you? Long time no see.
Craig Fonseca is here and he says +1 for Nagarjuna. So maybe, Madhulika with comments on the jerseys. I think, so I don't know if the stream is picking it up, but Uncharted's jerseys are pretty intricate and cool as Sandy sends it to Chiai. Sandy in the backfield with Chiai this time. Timeout हो या half time?
Okay, guys, sorry.
Ball
The
looks to
last.
Arya at the end zone, but fades away a little bit. And as Anna was guarding Arya, I think that's a very strong matchup. Anna versus Arya, two of the two strong, two strong young female players, young players in general in Indian Ultimate. Anna, I think more handler heavy and Arya more cutter heavy, but both with great throws in.
I like to watch,
पागल हो
both of them.
देखो आप फील्ड पे देखो तो
How they gonna
Tahir's trying to correct my observations without watching the match.
behind the scene.
Oh, another turn by Uncharted, and Chiai walks up calmly to the disc with Pooja guarding her on the sideline. She looks to Sushil with a quick swing to the middle of the field. Sushil showing some patience, looks to Sandy up the field. Sandy guarded by Deepak. Sandy with a nice low throw, but a bit too low for Arya, as is an end zone. Arya just asking for a little more height on that throw. Um, hey, yeah. अरे चिल्ला मत बे. Um, Tejasvi telling us that she's rooting for Uncharted, so we have at least some favorites here. Um, Rita says, "Come on, Hannah." Prasanna tells us that Watson's is bar food with local flavors. Maybe it could be a good night scene, as Uncharted tried to score after the. I'm not entirely sure if it was a timeout or halftime, but here we are. Timeout. I think that was a timeout as Deepak sends it to Anna. Anna back to Deepak. I think.
I want to see, more Arya Anna matchup.
Raja with the disc in the end zone. He hasn't gotten too much game time, which is kind of surprising. Raja sends it in the middle to, I think, Sanju, if I'm not wrong. Now Anna with the disc looking to Raja, but dipping against it. Finds Deepak up the field. Deepak sends it back to Anna with a score on Arya. Interesting how Arya and Anna are playing on either end. Anna guarding Arya in her own end zone and then um, scoring on the other side. A great matchup that's going to only keep getting interesting as this game develops. And that's 8-6 to Uncharted now with a 2 break advantage on Zomen. I think it's 1 break advantage and they just held on offense. Score is 8-6 to Uncharted. Zomen need to get their bearings together quickly and close out this advantage. Not 8:47. 8:15 is happening. Snakey Bhai is an absolute legend. Not only is he handling his team and has had a couple of scores, but he's completely helping us with operations for the showcase. Him and Tahir having a massive conversation in the middle of the field about wires and where they need to be placed, as both teams take half right now. So the earlier one was a timeout, I'm sorry guys. But now it's half. So yeah, jerseys. That's a great question. I think, thank you Craig. Thank you Rita. We're trying. Garvit says finally a hammer. Akhil with sweet give and go. Arbaz says SC. Jagas says Zoman has to play passionately. I think it's not about lack of passion. I think everyone is just kind of trying to get used to each other. Like I said, and I'm going to say it over and over again, it's just the first game and it's the first league game. So I think it's a lot about trying to win, but more so about trying to set the chemistry. I think that's one thing we've noticed in the showcase events. Um, is that the first game amongst teams are always a bit slow, and the standout players, the standout players, and I hate to say it, but stand out. Whereas as the day develops, role players start making themselves known more and more. But the weather so far is staying beautiful with a slight chill breeze. Must say it has been a good day in Bangalore so far. Just a bit humid if at all, but looks it's perfect weather for ultimate right now. It doesn't seem like either team is sweating too much. Um, okay, let's go back to the jerseys. Uncharted have a really cool jersey, but I don't know if the stream can quite pick it up. They have quite cool details like contours of a map, a topographical map on their jersey. Whereas Magpie signs off as he goes to warm up with his team Icebreakers for their game, which is at 9:30 against Bangalore Vikings, another Bangalore team. Zomen have a really good black and white jersey and a white and red. I think they've chosen some classic colors and done well. They have a massive logo um, right right front and center in their jersey. So really trying to show out the team's culture if there is one yet, and logo. But their whites, I think Zoman's white and red might be the sorry. Zomen have their white and red might be the jersey of the tournament, but since Uncharted are wearing white as well, we haven't seen Zomen's white yet. Maybe we will in the evening. Um, but yeah, I think Rajali's they've gone with I think Chennai's favorite color so far, which is yellow. Lost and Found have a similar grayish color with a few details that again I'm not sure that the stream will be able to pick up. But hey, come on to the field and check it out for yourselves. Saying that, well, let's wait for the teams to come back onto the field. Any suggestions for commentary, guys, and topics I should talk about to keep you guys entertained? I can talk about just about anything, but don't make me to look too silly. I'm gonna come back to the YouTube chat right now. I'm waiting to hear from you guys. Gaurav says, great to see the matchup between Anna and Arya. Yes, definitely. Two young players who are just absolutely showing out for their teams this morning. Madhulika says, and the cutest mascot VU for Zomans. See, I don't think it's fair to use Vian as a mascot because then the entire community will support him. So it's a bit biased. But hopefully we'll see him on the field tomorrow, and I can agree with you, Madhulika. At least Vinny has promised to bring him. So let's see. As we wait for both teams to finish halftime. Uncharted up 8-6. Just go and yell at them. I will. We have our volunteers reminding the teams that it's halftime is done now and it's time for the game to start back up. Dinesh asks about the venue in Garvit as well. So we are here at South United Football Club in Alsur, as I've learned that it's pronounced, right here in the heart of Bangalore by MG Road. I found out only through yesterday and last night how what the location of the ground is a pretty good location. We're pretty lucky. Hopefully the players feel like this AstroTurf is doing them justice and holding out pretty well. And hopefully it doesn't get too hot. Because as we all know, as AstroTurf gets too hot, um, sorry, AstroTurf can get too hot. I'm a bit distracted. I'm sorry, guys. Jagas asks, what about the next showcase? Any idea? Yeah, we have an idea, but right now we're focusing on Bangalore Showcase. This is the first game. Once this goes smoothly, you'll hear about what we have coming up next for you guys. But someone was talking about Mumbai Ultimate League Season 2, so let's see. Hello again, guys. As sorry, my hearing my own voice is confusing me, but I guess I'm a bit used to it because of my radio show. But both teams are lining up to start back up again. Looks like this time Uncharted is on offense, and I did have it right. They do have a two-break advantage as they started on defense. They're up 8-6 now on Zomen Empire. As Vimal from Zoman holds the disc to get ready to pull and they decide their strategy. I believe right now Tarini, Manini, Allison are on the field for Zoman with Sushil, Boone and Vimal. Right now we have a 4 women lineup on either side with Anna raising her hand to receive the disc. Anna and Harsh make it back to the backfield for Uncharted. Anna ready to receive the disc, but it looks like it's going right off the end zone. A brick is called, bringing to the brick mark around the 25-meter mark, if I'm not incorrect. Uncharted with the word stack. Zoman looks like they've abandoned their it looks like they've abandoned their zone for now at least. Harsh walks up with the disc, guarded by Boone. Anna in the backfield with him. Kenny with the first cut but looked away. Ruhi on the field looking to make a cut. Deepika's going long, but Grant going for it, but it goes off to the sideline. Slight bad throw, but I believe it was Harsh if I'm not wrong. Fades away. And goes to sideline. So, Zomen have a great chance to make up one break right here. Sorry guys, as I look through the team sheets to make sure I get all the team player names right. But Boone walks up from the sideline. Madlika, you said Tarini. Is that a combination of Tarini and Manini, or I'm confused? Boom looking to Vimal, but a foul call by Boone looks like on Harsh. A couple of calls on the field and taking a little too long, but now Vimal gets it in the middle from Boone. Boone looks deep. Sorry, Vimal looks deep to Boone. He called for it immediately, but Grant comes up with the D. Well helped by Deepika in the end zone. Looks like that might have been slightly ill-advised throw for Zoman. They had a lot more time to move the disc up. Time for Uncharted to lay the gauntlet. A hammer by Harsh across the field to Kenny. Kenny sends it back to the middle to Harsh. Harsh looking to Deepika. Deepika looking to Anna. Anna looking for Kenny again. Vimal tracking him down, and Vimal comes up with a D, goes right above Kenny and grabs that easily. It seems so effortless from him. It didn't look like he tried even that hard. Vimal now with the disc again, sends it to Sushil. Sushil's been sending a lot of long bombs today, but keeps it short this time to Boone. Boone sends it instead, guarded by Harsh and Deepika. And Vimal fails to come up with it. No one does. And another long field turnover for Zoman. Harsh calmly picking up the disc and bringing it up to the end zone line. Looking downfield and looks at Anna immediately. Anna looks at Grant but looks him away. Looks Kenny away, sends it back to Harsh in the backfield. Harsh with a nice inside break to Grant. Grant looking to Anna and he centers it to her. Anna to Harsh. Harsh looking, Kritika trying to go deep, guarded by Tarini. But another hammer to Kenny across the field. Kenny signaling to Kirtika, sorry. But Deepika gets it inside in the midfield and sends it to Harsh. Harsh with a quick layout to save the disc from being turfed. Sends it upfield back to Deepika and she comes up with an answer score. Good 1-2 by the duo. Harsh involved in another play, an assist this time. And that's 9-6 to Uncharted. Slowly the wheels coming off for Zomen as they need a score desperately now. Had a couple of opportunities to get their break back, but looks like they couldn't capitalize on that just quite yet. But now it's getting out of hand for Zomen and getting out of hand quickly. Aniket. Looks like Zoman's lineup to bring back their advantage or try to make it back in the game is Sandy, Aniket, Chiai, Boone, Arya, Jashan, and Sammy. Looks like a pretty strong lineup. They desperately need this. Everyone on this lineup can cut and throw. Some obviously are handler dominated, for example, Aniket, but maybe Jashan on the field signals that Aniket is going to look for him for a quick score, as Zoman had tried early in the game with their pull plays. Snakey finally makes it onto the field for Uncharted after a brief break. Shubham Kadu with the disc, about to huck it. Right now, Aman, Vaishnavi, Snakey, Shubham, Ruhi are on the field for Uncharted with a blady pull and a roll. Stopped by Boone. Looks to Aniket. It's going to be interesting to see if Aniket unfurls a big huck right now. A foul call on the field, but not. Oh, stall out call on the field, but not sure if it's true or not. It'll probably go -2 and the disc goes back. I think the call was retracted. And the disc stays with Aniket. Aniket to Chiai. Chair looking downfield but not finding quite some options. Sends it to Boone. Arya asking for the disc, but Boone sends it to Sandy instead with a great throw across the field. A forehand OI over the defense, bringing back to 9-7. And now just a 2-point lead by Uncharted, even though they're up by 2 breaks so far. Prasanna asked, was that a yawn we hear? Yes, Prasanna, it's a big fat yawn, unfortunately. I slept around 3:15 or so and woke up at 5:45. So it's going to be a long 4 days with no sleep here in Bangalore. But hey, the three of us as off season are now just kind of getting used to this for better or worse. But yes, that was a big yawn. I need coffee, or should I just need sleep probably, but that's not going to happen for another at least 16 hours. So you might hear a few more yawns coming from me, but please excuse me. I'm also alone here now, and I'm talking continuously, so I might be blabbering, but it is what it is. That's what you get here at the Bangalore Showcase. Slowly the sun's getting a bit brighter, starting to get a bit warmer here. Looks like the 9:30 game might be a decently warm game, as Vimal sends it across with Zoman desperately needing this D point right here. Ada calls break, bringing into the center of the field and up the field a little bit, right up to the brick mark. I want the sun to come out so that I can wear my sunglasses. But besides that, if the coffee didn't wake me up, my chair breaking almost did. As Vimal comes up with the easy with a floaty throw into into space with no real receiver inside. But Vimal comes up with it. Looks like someone from Uncharted. I think Anna from Uncharted got a little bit of contact as Vijay from Uncharted got a little bit of contact as Vimal was coming down. Thank you, Prasanna. And Akhil, it's a game to 15. Game to 15 or 90 minutes. Vimal with the disc again. Sammy calling for the disc, quite open, but Anna kind of guarding her. She gets the disc in the middle of the field looking for the dump. But Vimal going right behind her with Grant kind of poaching off of him. Would rather have him in the backfield than going for the disc in the end zone. As I say that, Boone sends out a hug and Harsh gets a good D. Not the best throw from Boone there. An OI that was always a little too low and perhaps fading outside the field. And Rao the receiver, but nowhere close to it. Harsh picks up the disc again, probably looking for Anna, but he's looking deep right now and he might just send it. Chooses to keep it to Raja. Raja is also looking deep, but not sure yet. He looks at Deepika. Deepika on the sideline. Uncharted probably want to get off that sideline, and they do with the swing to Harsh. Harsh with the hammer again to Grant. Using those hammers to his advantage. Grant to Sabil. Sabil to Raja. Raja with the inside break to Pooja, and that's another score for Uncharted, who are just running away with this, up 10-7 now. I'm sure Uncharted wish that this game lasted only till 13 and they would end this game quickly, but no, it's still 15 with about 1 hour 10 minutes of game time done so far. I hope the stream quality has improved so far as the game has progressed. We have tried to ensure. So every time we have an off-season Ultimate Sportscast is our broadcasting partners, and they do a fantastic job helping us put together. It's been Mumbai Ultimate League, Surat Showcase, and now Bangalore Showcase, and each time we've just been trying to get better and better, and hopefully this tournament is another representation of what we're trying to do for Indian Ultimate. As both teams have a chat about what to do next. Snakey with the clipboard looks like he's just captaining for today. Got his points early in the day. Um, Raja, no, I didn't say. I don't know what Tuhanban's texting me and throwing me off, so I don't know what he's trying to tell me. I thought he was talking about his jersey number, about Raja's jersey number, but I think he's talking about his height. I'm a bit confused. But we haven't seen too much of Raja on the field. Maybe 4 to 5 points out of the 17 that have been played so far. Zomen Empire quickly onto the field and on the line, desperately trying to save time so that they can mount any little comeback or any chance of a comeback that they can. As C from Uncharted pulls it again. And the disc goes out of bounds and brick called by Vimal. Sorry guys, give me a second as I post on my Insta story. Arya with the disc. Seeing a little bit lesser game time. She had a bit of a break. Aniket with her now. It'll be interesting to see how Zoman use Aniket as the days go by. Jashan to Vimal. Vimal split a lot of points this game. I would say a majority of the points actually. Jashan back onto the field as well. Looks to Chiai. Aniket and Chiai a bit clogged up. Chiai finds Sammy, who's guarded loosely by Hannah. Sammy to Jashan. Jashan sends that same throw that boomed it a little bit earlier. And Vimal comes up with it this time and makes it 10-8 to Zomen. Sorry, 8-10 Zomen, with them trying to claw back into this game in the little time that is left. There's about 15 minutes of game time left. And Zomen trying to make up this 2-point deficit to start their Bangalore showcase on the right foot. About 15 minutes of game time left, as Aditya reminds me. Aditya, when there's 5 minutes left, just go and tell them on the field. As I try to update my Insta account with a link to all the games. Dun, 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 dun. Guys, even if you don't have the link to the exact game, you can just come to um, our YouTube channel, and you'll find the live game that is going on at the moment. Um, Oh god. Sorry as I struggle with posting it on my Insta story. Another quick score for Uncharted. I think that was Kenny to Deepika, 14-14 connection. Deepika showing out for Uncharted so far. Another strong player along with Anna, showing her forte. Some standout players from Uncharted so far in terms of Harsh, Anna, um, Deepika. I think looks like there's a timeout on the field right now. Zomen really needing to reconcile and communicate about this deficit that they have so far, as they hope to claw back in, but with each passing minute, their chances are diminishing further and further. Oh, one of my best friends and brothers, Hashim, is here. Hashim, kaisa hai, dude? Jaldi aa. Madlika, superb grab. Yes, definitely. I think Deepika is showing great hands as a receiver so far. Also, pardon my ignorance on these players. I haven't seen a lot of them play. I'm certain that they're all good, but each individual quality is what I'm finding out as the days progress. I just need someone to come here onto the field and get me some coffee. More Hyderabad representation here with my homie Dushi taking pictures for here at Bangalore Showcase. Have a seat, dude. Do you want to comment on what you've seen so far? Just want to say hi to everyone first.
Hey. I don't know what to say, man.
I'll just ask you questions. So, Dushant has come with me from Hyderabad. A bunch of my friends have come with me to the Hyderabad, but Dushi is going to be here with me on the field every day as he takes pictures along with Shashank and Shantanu. Dushi, this is your first time watching Ultimate. This is your first time just experiencing everything. What are your thoughts? Do you want me to be more specific?
I feel like it's a very physically demanding sport, but also mentally, because you have to think of plays, you have to think of who's going to make this run, stuff like that, you know. But there's some things that I also don't understand.
Yeah, I think this is your first time watching any live Ultimate Frisbee, so it'll take you a little bit longer to understand, but I think you got the gist of the game in terms of...
I understand how attack works, but I don't understand how defense works.
Dude, even I don't understand how defense works, and I've been playing for quite a few years. I think Ultimate Defense is almost impossible. But as Shubham pulls it, so this is how every play starts, is that the team that has just scored pulls it, as they call it, or throws it to the other end, and the offense picks the disc up wherever they catch it or where the disc lands, and they stop the roll and try to move it upfield without, of course, you can't run with the disc, and as we know from basketball, you have to establish a pivot.
Where it's like you can take 2 steps basically.
You can only take steps to stop your momentum. So if you like do a little too much, people can call travel on you. But travel's not a turnover violation. It's just you just come back those steps, that extra steps you took. Yeah. As Shubham looks to Ruhi across the field, and she sends it back to Shubham. He's looking down the field, but decides against it and sends it up to Deepak.
How close can you be to someone while defending them?
So when you're marking them, they say you can be 1 disc space.
1 disc.
Yeah. So if someone's too close to you, you can just put a disc between you and them, and that's the amount of space they must give you when they're marking. And the mark gets to count up to 10, and if you don't throw it by when they can count up to 10, if you don't throw it by 10, it's a turnover. It's stall out. It's like a shot clock in basketball.
The other team gets the disc then.
Yeah, the other team gets the disc as Shubham tries to look to go for it, but that throws a little too far and a little too shallow for him to get to. Zoman again with another chance to move the disc upfield and try to close this advantage as the game is coming to an end. Another only 8 minutes of game time left.
Is game time running time?
Yeah, game time is running time. So the time doesn't stop. It's 1.5 hours and it just keeps going. Um, Biryani says, "Can someone get both the commentators coffee, please? Please bring us coffee. We want this, and I prefer my filter coffee without sugar too. So if you can make this happen, I'll be extremely, extremely grateful." Hashim is on our chat. Do you want to say hi to Hashim?
What's up, Hashim?
Hashim says, "Dushi, with your endurance, you would kill it in Ultimate."
I would love to play one day.
I think maybe we should try to gather around us boys and make a little Hyderabad team and come to the next tournament.
I'm so down, man.
We need to get, as you know, in Ultimate it's a mixed sport, so we need enough women players as well. So we need to talk to all our friends and get a good squad of like 16 to 20 of us going. As Chai moves it halfway through half field.
Only 7 players played once.
Yeah, 7 play at once, and the ratio keeps switching 4-3-3-4 between male and female.
So it's up to the team what combination they select.
So generally it is offense dictates, and then if it's the first point is 4 male, then the next 2 points are 4 female, and then 2 male, 2 females, and then that's how it keeps alternating.
That's a little confusing, but
It's a little confusing, but the trick is to always leave it to the captain to decide to realize what the ratio is in that point. As Boone throws a, Zoman showed some real patience moving the disc up there, something they probably lacked earlier in the game. But Boone is an easy toss to Sammy, who catches in the end zone, reducing the deficit by 2. As Adi goes onto the field, reminding the teams that there are only about 5 minutes left. It'll be interesting to see if Uncharted just decides to um, as Uncharted. It'll be interesting to see if they. Looks like they have called timeout, or it's just a long break between points. It'll be interesting to see if they're just willing to waste time and let the game pass. Even after the game, guys, stay tuned for the post-match interviews that I'm going to conduct. Hari Krishnan says leaving to the captain is not a trick. Hey man, that's a trick for me. I never pay attention to the ratio. I just do what as I'm told when I'm on the line. Both teams taking enough time to call their lines. You would think that Zoman would want to go a little bit quicker, but not yet. Vimal with the disc again. He's played, I would say, a majority of the points, about 80% of the points he's played. Turning out to be an integral player for Zoman as he pulls it up, looking for perhaps a bit of a roller. The young backfield of Harsh and Anna are back on the backfield. Looks like they're setting up good chemistry. I think they play for airbenders together, so they're pretty familiar with each other's styles. As Anna gets it, and Raja with the disc now. Raja looks to Harsha on the midfield, and Harsha tries to get a 1-2, but it's like a weird kind of a junky zone with a very big and wide cup by Zomen. Boone giving pressure on Pooja, who throws a quick hammer to dump it to Harsh. A rare hammer dump. Raja moves it up to Anna. Raja again with the disc, with Snakey trying to hold the defense. Keeps the defense true by extending the field in the corner of the field. Sandy and Vimal stalking him. Harsh again with the disc. Staying in the side. He throws a quick hammer to Snakey with the easy score. Another easy score for Uncharted, and this game is pretty much done. Just another 3 minutes of game time left in this in Bangalore derby. Okay, I still haven't heard any suggestions of mass songs. in the chat, and that's quite disappointing. What are we supposed to play in between games? We're just trying to increase the hype here at the Bangalore Showcase. We have enough representation of Tamil, Kannadiga, um, and Telugu mass songs as well. Doing by sending a meme saying me trying to figure out the ratio is just a bunch of calculations. Yes, that's literally me on the field. I'm just hoping I get to play when I'm on. Um, 93 people here on the chat. I think slowly everyone's getting up this Friday morning and tuning in. We have a break between 1 to 4 p.m. guys, so get all your ultimate fill before lunch and after lunch in the evening. Tell your bosses, tell your people at work that you're going to have um, one screen that plays ultimate throughout the day, and they just have to get used to it. Apurva says, thank you for live stream and commentary. Thank you, Apurva, for watching. Um, thank you for supporting us, and give me suggestions on more things to talk about because I'm running out and I need a water. Who here in the chat is coming to the field? Bring me something nice to drink, or yeah, something nice to drink. I want to be surprised. Surprise me. Let's see if it happens. Chai to Arya. Arya to Sammy. Sammy's got a nice bright orange headband on. It's a nice contrast with the Zomen black. As Sushil is back on the field and looks to Vimal. Chai looking deep, but a quick switch called by Kirtika, and Vaishnavi switches on to her. Ghana with the disc in the sideline. Zoman hugging the sideline so far, but managed to move upfield. Chai goes back to Ghana. Ghana to Aryan, that's a score. 12-10 to Uncharted. Does Zoman still have a... Ashay says Yo-Yo Honey Singh is the only answer. Yo-Yo Honey Singh is always only the answer. Call time. Excuse me guys, as we call time on the game. It is just about 90 minutes by our clock. I'm not certain about the game clock that you guys are seeing. Hari Krishna says Vimal handling a lot more than I've usually seen. Garvit says work time between 1 to 4 exactly. That's the way to go. Work between 1 to 4 and watch Ultimate for the rest of the day for these next 3 days. Hard cap in place for this game, so looks like now it's a race to 13 with Uncharted at 12. And Rita says, I'm doing good. Thank you, Rita. Thank you for the support. I need some good drink or something solid. Yes, that is true. Man, a good dosa would fix all my problems right now. Hari Krishnan says, I guess Uncharted is actively keeping in the backline because he's unplayable in the deep. Exactly. I think they're just letting him play in the backfield, letting him basically, they're letting him throw as opposed to be the one who's thrown at. Because there are not too many people who can match up with Vimal at this showcase in general. Harsha and Anna again find themselves in the backfield with this score, ending the game with a Uncharted win. Harsh looks to Ruhi. Harsh finds Kenny instead, who sends it long to Deepika. And knowing her, she's going to come down with it. And she does. Score, and that's the game for Uncharted. Oh, sorry. There's a call on the field. Looks maybe like a travel call back to where Kenny was. Just having a discussion with Boone. Whether that was a travel or not. If it is, looks like there's a travel call and the disc goes back to Kenny. Looks like let's see if he looks at the same option for Deepika or tries to get the disc off the sideline. And he does. He gets it out the sideline to Harsh. Harsh looking to Ruhi makes a cut, but Harsh looks him off. Finds Anna instead. Anna asking people to clear out and finds Kenny. Kenny looking downfield, but no one in Uncharted trying to go downfield and get a score. Now Deepika goes and Harsh sends it back to her. This time will it come back? And she comes up with it again. I think that's her fourth or fifth score of the game, and that's about second or third assist for Harsh. And that ends the game. 13-9. Uncharted come out with the Bangalore derby. Slightly disappointing game for Zoman, but just a little bit rust and pre-tournament jitters come into the fray. As the tournament progresses, I'm sure they line out their little kinks and get their communication down. But for now, Uncharted end 13-9 with stay in tune for the post-game interview that I'm going to conduct. But for now, you're going to have a few minutes of dead air. Be right back.
हाँ बट वो डायरेक्टली लगा सकते हैं. हाँ अंकल, हाउ आर यू?
அதில் போட்டது சிங்க்கு பிரச்சனைலாம் ஆரம்பிக்கல. கேபிளோட எடுத்துகிட்டு வரணும். அது கேபிளோ அதை எடுத்துகிட்டு வருமா? அது பார்ப்போமா? ட்ரை பண்ணணுமா? அது மட்டும் இல்லை இல்லை, இப்போ இது பண்ணிவிடுவோம். இப்போ இது பண்ணிவிடுவேன். அடுத்த மேட்ச்சுக்கு அப்படியே எடுத்துகிட்டு ஸ்டாண்டை உள்ளே வச்சுக்கூடான்னு வந்தாங்க. ஸ்டாண்டை உள்ளே வச்சுக்கூடாது.
You're first. What are we asking? And just like, it'll be easy questions. Just like, what are you thought of the first game?
ஆஃப்ல இருக்கு சார்.
அவன் கிட்ட இருக்கு இல்லையா? This will be quicker from next time forward. Okay, yeah? Okay, hello everyone and welcome to the post-match interview after the first game of the Bangalore Showcase. I have with me Naveen, one of the owners for Zomen Empire. Naveen, just quick thoughts on how the showcase has been so far. How was your experience? It's only the first game, but what are your initial thoughts?
It's been fantastic to come, having the whole field for ourselves. We typically don't get that. Nice early morning. I think it's been set up really well. We were also, I think, early nerves for us to start the game. We were also down a player, so I think possibly shortest, smallest squad in the whole tournament. But I think the team played well first time. But great work by Uncharted. I think they sort of figured out their lines. I think they had a good strategy in terms of how they wanted to push certain people in and play all of that. So that was great. So.
I think the start was very back and forth. I think it's about 5-5, and then they kind of started pulling away a little bit. You guys tried a little bit of zone, but the interesting thing is you had a lot of pull plays that you were sending it deep immediately as soon as your first handler got the disc. So what was the idea behind that, and why did you change that as the game progressed?
Great question. I don't have a great answer for that, but I think we were just trying to play off a little bit of instinct on the field. We didn't want to have too many restrictions going into this game. We wanted to use this game to sort of figure out chemistry between different players. Unlike some of the other squads who have a lot of regional groupings in terms of players who've played together. So I think we have a few, I mean, Jason, Sushil and Ghana sort of played together, but we have a diverse mix. So we wanted to see how people react to each other on the field. So we sort of switched that up. But I think it's good. We're not very concerned.
Yeah, I think a lot of the start, I think there's not much defense on either end. I think there are just a few like silly turnovers because of like drops or throwaways. So personally, I think looking at the sideline, I think both teams' defense was not their best pursuit, and I think the Uncharted just pulled away because of maybe some errors that you guys had in terms of drops. But I think the chemistry is a big matter. Like you guys said, you haven't played together, and this is the first game. What are you looking forward to in the second game? Who are you playing? I'm forgetting right now, but who are you playing, and what do you think you guys can work on?
That's a great point. When I forgot who we're playing, but we're playing Icebreaker. We're playing you. Cool. I think the most thing that we're looking for is to have for people to have fun. For people to have fun more than anything. We're not too worried about. So we're not focused on the outcome. I think we're trying to have people have fun and give it 100% because we have a large gap between games. So I think that we're just trying to sort of get more chemistry going between the men and the women mostly. So.
Yeah, and I think we saw some great standouts. Like you had Arya played really well for you. Vimal played almost all your points. Jashan was good. Chiai was good. But yeah, hopefully best of luck for the second game and see you in the evening.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Naveen. Yeah. Next up we have Grant from Team Uncharted. Hello, Grant. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm not going to keep you too long because I know you just told me you have work to go to. But just give me a quick thoughts on, it's only the first game, but what do you thought about Bangalore Showcase? How did you hear about this? And what's your impression so far?
My impressions are great so far. It's a beautiful venue, beautiful morning. I live in Bangalore, so I heard about it just through the Ultimate community, and I'm honored to be a part of it. This has been some very high-level Ultimate for the first match, so we're looking forward to more.
Yeah, like I was telling Naveen earlier, first of all, thank you. It was about 5-5, and there was no real, there were no defensive reasons why there are like a lot of unforced errors, which is why there were turns. But you guys changed something. Your offense was always flowing. I think there are you probably could have a couple more scores because you had a couple of drops in the end zone, but is there something specifically you guys changed, or your plan just started working?
Yeah, nothing specific. We kind of had an intention to do our best to take some of their best defenders out of the deep space and some of the foresight space, and I think that helped open up the flow for us and keep it patient, and things started connecting.
You guys also have the incredible young duo of, and I've said it several times, but Anna and Harsh. And it's one thing to say that they're really good, but it's another to watch them come here and be involved in at least half your points, either assisting or catching it. What are your opinions on them, and how do you see them growing into this tournament?
Yeah, so far this is the first time I've played on the same side with both of them. It's been fun. Great patience, great pulls, great deep shots. So I'm looking forward to building chemistry with them as well as the other members of the team, and kind of work around some of our leaders to do great things this weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, saying that, thank you, Grant, for having us, and thank you guys for tuning in. And next up is Icebreakers versus Bangalore Vikings. So see you then. Have a good rest of 15 minutes. Thank you. ஆடியோ கூட
ஆடியோ பச்சை பொஷனில் போட்டுறேன். அதுக்கு பேட்ரி மட்டும் பார்த்துரு 200 பேட்ரி. ஆமாம் ஆமாம். இது